has Datuk Seri Choi Soy Lek achieved in his time as Penang Port Commission Chairman? Other than cancelling the much-needed 350 million ringgit dredging of the Penang port and privatising the port to Tan Sri Syed Mokhtar in order to turn it into a feeder port for Tanjung Pelepas in Johor.
I think, as the Penang Chief Minister, I feel very disappointed in my learned opponent's performance. Why? No performance. Instead of protecting the Penang port for the people of Penang, he has sold out the interests of the people of Penang by supporting the privatization of Penang port to Tan Sri Syed Mokhtar. Penang port belongs to the people of Penang. Why is it that it is not determined by the people of Penang? Is that democracy, Barisan Nasional? Let somebody from outside decide the future and fate of the port. And we feel that when you can sell out the interests of the Penang port, you will also sell out the interests of the people of Penang. How can you allow a main commercial port to be reduced in status to a feeder port? On behalf of the people of Penang, I tell this to my learned opponent. No, no, no. Implement the 353 million ringgit dredging of the port channel so that we can restore the former glories of Penang port. If you do not know how to do it, never mind. Give it to the Penang state government and we will show you how it can be done. 我人伫平洲讲啊，做好你看。Up to now, the chairman of the Penang Port Commission did not come to Penang to explain why he wants to reduce Penang Port to be a feeder port. Please show some courage. Come to Penang. Come on Monday night at the Chief Minister's office in Penang, where we have a meeting with all the stakeholders, stevedores, the Penang Port itself, the unions, the logistics people, the respective Chamber of Commerce. Let us have a discussion, and you can know from the people of Penang whether they support the privatization, not privatization, the piratisation of Penang Port.
Thank you, Chief Minister. Mr. President.
Sometimes it is very difficult to respond to people who know nothing about privatization and about port. Why do I say so? Ask anybody, they will tell you, it is not the business of the government to run business. It is the private sector that will do a better job. And if you look at all the port in Malaysia, the only port that has not been privatized is Penang Port. All the other ports that have been privatized have done well. Today, the top 20 port in the world is Port Klang and Tanjung Pelepas. Why do we privatize this port? For the sake of the Penang government, we privatize it. Why do I say so? Because the Penang port has not been performing and not comparable to the regional peer. Its productivity, its efficiency is on the low side. I will give you some figures, and if you know, please go and check. 1. Penang Port is the same size as Pasir Gudang Port. It handles about 1 million TEU. Last year, Penang Port made 183,000. Pasir Gudang Port made 185 million. A measure of the productivity of a port. Penang Port, they call it the throughput per employee. If you don't understand, please after this I will explain to you. They call it the throughput employee. Penang Port is 70,000 FWT. The regional port is 30,000. So this question of Penang Port, the Chief Minister again shows his ignorance. It is like what? He said, oh, Penang Port is a transshipment hub. Are you going to tell me that Penang Airport today, the landway is lengthened? We upgrade Penang Port? Are you going to say that Penang Port is an international port like KLIA? It is not just dredging the port that you become a transshipment hub. Penang Port till to this day is still a feeder port. You dredge it, you deepen it, the big post-pandemic vessel of 8,000 to 12,000 TEU, which may mean nothing to you, will still not call on Penang Port because it is a feeder port. Just the same way, no international flight from London will come to Penang because it is a regional port. It is not an international port. Understand? So when we increase the efficiency and the productivity of the port in Penang, the Penang trade and investment will go up. So you have to thank us, not blame us for doing it.